can't see.
Okay, so we had our
They're gonna have your
one-on-one
keys for a second.
It's like here.
addiction.
Yes, so our case study today, we wanted to talk about addiction. And, our plan today is we want to break into two groups. Obviously, we don't have the whole class here, so we'll just divide into two groups and kind of talk about a couple specific addictions. Before we do that, I think we should have an open discussion for a minute about addiction. So, in general, how can, this is a really broad question, but to start out, how can an addiction affect a student in school? What do you guys think? Just for days.
Sure.
I was like, oh, me? Oh, you?
I can totally take them out of school entirely. Like if I'm addicted to weed, can you do that? Sure you can. To weed or to pornography or to drugs or to World of Warcraft. If I'm addicted to any of those things, then that starts like jumping line in my priorities list. It just keeps bumping up and up and up until finally like that's my top priority and everything else just kind of falls away and I focus on that and then like I devote my entire self to whatever my addiction is and then like it'll just eat you up inside. Addictions are scary things.
You could really be addicted to like anything.
And it's difficult because as mentors, again, our goal is not to be a counselor for the student. Just having thoughts come to my head.
Is that the game?
Am I thinking out loud?
Some whisperings.
Just about the game.
It's the real.
Addiction.
Yes, that's my name.
Those are his real thoughts coming through.
That's really what I'm thinking. No, so I was thinking about this because, and I believe that the last one-on-one that we had, we were talking about, well, the last one that I was at, which one was it? Conflicts and challenges? Personal conflicts and challenges? Oh, I think it was conflict with an instructor, Amber and Tyson.
We did talk about motivation with Chelsea, but never mind.
Okay.
That was last time.
I was just,
Yeah.
anyway, so it's difficult because we as mentors are not there to solve the problem for the student. And, you know, when we talk about conflicts and things that they have, we're only there to encourage the student to solve their problems and point them in the right direction, but it's difficult because we can't, I mean, we're not educated on everything. And there's going to be times where students will come to us as a mentor for UVU or as a mentor for someone personally outside of school, seeking help, whether that's intentionally or unintentionally. And of course, we have that desire to help them, but it's important that we get them that proper help. And so the point of our one-on-one today is we kind of wanted to talk about some of the different types of addictions that students may face in school and discuss as a group how we can handle those, how we can help students handle
What was that? Oh, and the signs that you see to tell if a student is addicted to something.
those. Yeah, so we're talking about like the signs. How can we recognize signs? What signs are there to recognize from an addiction? So what we'll do is we'll break into two groups. And Haley and I will participate in the different groups. So what we can do is we can have Darren, Mohammed, and then Bryce and I guess there's going to be one group of 4 and one group of 3.
It's like,
About
yeah,
fine.
well, that's how it's gotta be.
And then you guys can be in a group.
Okay.
And do you guys want to discuss the drugs?
I don't mind. What do you guys want to discuss?
So we're gonna, in our two
Okay,
groups, we're
okay.
gonna talk about 2 different things. So we'll take drugs.
Okay.
And you guys take me again.
Okay.
So, we're just gonna take a few minutes, and what we want you guys to talk about in your groups is, when do you step into a situation if you are aware of a student who may have an addiction, or if a student comes to you and says, how far do you go, where's the line?
How severe?
Yeah. And the other thing that we want you to talk about is the signs. At what point can we be recognizing maybe somebody having an addiction, how can we tell? So let's take a few minutes, let's break into some groups, talk about it, and then we'll come together and kind of have a melting pot discussion and share our ideas. So if my group wants to just meet over here in this corner.